pleasures we seek run, so go avert you. Don't call it love, don't call it hate, it's just this moment between you and I.
IronForgesIron.com. This is Sean Sinha reporting here with Strikeforce fighter Luke Rockhold, who will be fighting Jacare Souza on September 10th for Strikeforce. How you doing today, Luke?
I'm doing pretty good. Training hard.
Now, your fight's a few weeks out, actually 12 weeks out, I believe. And what changes between your normal training and when the fight gets a little closer? What changes in your training regime?
I'm focusing technically right now. I'm getting all of the technical aspects of my game together and perfected. So it's training's already starting to pick up, and then it'll hard sparring like we do here at AKA. That's why I believe there's not going to be any rust factor, because we just go so hard here. I'm fighting all the time, every day with some of the toughest guys in the world. So that's what's going to happen.
Now, Jacare Souza, known worldwide as being one of the best jiu-jitsu guys out there. What do you think you could bring to the fight that maybe he hasn't seen before? I mean, how do you think you can really exploit his weaknesses with your strengths?
I think he's always been the more athletic, more powerful, stronger man in the cage than all his opponents per se. The bigger guy. He's not going to be. I'm going to match him on those departments, and so I think that'll be a big advantage for me, is because he's used to having that advantage, and he won't have that advantage here. Otherwise, technically, on the ground and on the stand-up, there's holes, and I'm going to find them. I already know them in my head, and I know where I want to fight them, and I'm not scared. I'm not scared to fight them anywhere. I'll be ready for every area.
A lot of people give him credit for being really good at jiu-jitsu, but you've been training jiu-jitsu a long time. Why don't you tell people a little bit about your jiu-jitsu background?
My jiu-jitsu background, I've been training my whole life, from judo for years when I was about 6 years old to 10, wrestling all through junior high and high school, and jiu-jitsu from in high school and beyond. So I've got over 10 years of pure jiu-jitsu, and I've done pretty well for myself in the jiu-jitsu world. I haven't competed in a long time, but I've won a blue belt world championship. I've won that was the gi, and I won and that was 2007, and then I went on to win the no-gi purple belt world championships in 2007 too. So I haven't competed since then. So who knows what I could do in the world, and I've competed against many black belts, top ranked black belts, all the time. I have plenty of friends I train with, and I do very well. I've trained with guys that have competed and trained with Jacare, and they have total faith in me, and so it feels good to have that angle from my friends and my training partners.
And you have had a bit of a layoff from the sport. With everything that happened with Strikeforce during your time off, with them getting purchased by Zuffa, I'm sure that caught you off guard. What's your feeling now on that, and how does that affect your career going forward?
Yeah, it sucked. I don't want to be out this long, but I think everything just happens for a reason. It's one of those occasions where I had to lay off. I had certain injuries, but I was in the gym constantly. If it was my shoulder, I was working on my jab and my kicks, and I was doing I was constantly in the gym, constantly working, trying to improve around whatever injury I had. So my leg was messed up, so I got to work on my boxing, and mostly it was the shoulder re-injured and whatnot. So I'm in the gym, and I'm just visualizing too. So all that works, and the Zuffa, buyout. I think it just creates more options for us. It's I'm looking forward to whatever matches come forth, if they merge the two companies, or what's going to go on. So I'm ready for whatever happens.
No, it's kind of crazy. A lot of guys don't get a year off and then get thrown into the biggest fight of their career. But that could be a good thing for you too. I mean, it's going to put you in the spotlight immediately. What are your thoughts on that? Would you have liked to get another fight in before this? Or, you just mentioned you're ready. What are your thoughts on that situation?
Yeah, it's a win-win situation. Everyone expects me to lose. I expect to win. So whatever you want to think, you can think. But I'm completely happy with what's going on. Another fight would have been. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm happy, and and I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm ready 100%. I know I can win this fight. I believe, you know, I have better attributes, and I'm going to look to exploit his weaknesses. So.
What's the situation with your Strikeforce contract, by the way? Is this the last fight in your contract? I mean, has anything been said? If you win this fight, what might happen? I mean, what's the situation there? Because I know a lot of guys are worried about their jobs in Strikeforce at the moment.
Yeah, I just signed a new contract right before the buyout, about a week before the buyout. So I was pretty stoked to have done that. You know, it came out of nowhere. It came out of left field. So I had no idea this was going to happen, and I'm happy to sign my contract right before it happened, so I'll be with the company for a while, and I haven't heard anything after this, you know, after this fight, so I'm just going to take it one fight at a time and get those W's and just let it all fall into place.
And I'm sure you have a lot of people supporting you, a lot of sponsors. Anybody you want to thank or, you know, just shout out in this interview?
Yeah, always want to respect my sponsors and give thanks. We got Cage Hero. I know I haven't actually fought for you guys, but I've been repping you over this whole long layoff. So I'm hoping to represent you guys the right way in the cage. Be a Cage Hero, and we got Spectrum Health Clinic. Thank God to them. They've been keeping me healthy through this whole ordeal. Keep working my shoulder, giving me all the ART and all the treatments. You know, countless amounts of techniques and stuff they bring to the table. So they've been awesome. And yeah, it's you know, SC Surf Shop, Skate Shop. Thanks for supporting me through this, and everybody else, you know, everybody behind me, Santa Cruz and the Bay Area, California and beyond.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot, Luke Rockhold. We thank you for your time, and good luck to you against Jacare Souza in September.